Welcome to MJ Welch Auctioneers Multi-Estate Auction 148. Those of you who are new, we specialize in estates of deceased or that downsizing, going to retirement home. You're fortunate enough in this area, we bring some very high-end furniture from Palm Beach to Miami Beach all the way to Dyersburg, Tennessee for preview and pickup. Purpose of the video is a little more true to form of the pictures. The pictures will show you a lot, but the video gives you a truer idea of size, and I like to tell you what some of them are. This is from several estates. A couple of them went into retirement home, like this young lady. She was 80 years old and she went in. This is her grandmother's furniture. But we also have still some stuff from the $7.5 million home in Boca Raton. You got a wide variety of furniture, different styles. These are very nice with the ormolu and the inlaid. These are designer chairs, very decorish. They swivel, they rock, and they got the brass bases. You want to check those out. This came out of Aventura. A lot of you don't know where Aventura is. North Miami, ritzy area. Very nice, expensive condo, but I'm showing you some other items because it is a mix. This is Hooker furniture. Those of you who don't know Hooker, it's a high-end furniture, well made, been around a long time. This is done in the Tommy Bahama style. I think a lot of you are familiar with that. But we got a nice crystal bowl. We got a tureen. This is a vintage egg set, egg coddler set, whatever, not a coddler, but you put your different dips and chips and salt and pepper and eggs in that. That's very nice. This is a hand-woven brown rug, roughly 8 by 10, 8 by 11, something like that. I'll go back and forth. Nice marble top, probably 1960s. This is wood, all carved wood. Nice piece. Got a Majelica frog. Couldn't pass him up, a little decorative. I don't really like selling silver plate, but these are very nice, very ornate. I think they're Reed and Barton, which makes good stuff. Got a little plant stand, vintage plant stand. You will have to tighten it just a little bit. We didn't do that. This was a wedding dress, never worn. She said her granddaughter, they had ordered it. When she got it, she changed her mind, but it's got an off color to it, so it doesn't have to be a wedding dress. It could be an evening dress, a prom dress, and it's roughly size 4. And so you may keep that in mind. I believe this is Hooker too. This credenza, it's got the walnut, burl walnut around the doors, glass doors, nice piece. You got cut crystal, nice cut crystal. We got Tiffany style lamps, they're always nice. And you got Burberry sunglasses, they're in there. This is vintage, those are sterling silver dresser set. I'm going to open the door and show you. I like this cabinet. Very nice, very clean. Got the glass door, I like that. This is like a Thai puppet. It's a puppet. This is what you hold him with. Is by this one, and then these are the moving arms. So that's what that is. Got an oil and canvas, Paris. There's the signature there. There's a nice floor lamp, Asian saw. This is all hand painted, by the way. I know they're out there. I heard somebody today say, I got one just like it. I could use a pair. I said, I've never seen this. And I sell a lot of Asian. Bernhardt furniture. I think a lot of you heard of Bernhardt. It's like $1,200 chairs. Really good shape. I just noticed a little spot right here. It really doesn't look. That could be taken care of, I'm sure. These are like new though. And of course we got this Fox tortoiseshell inlay table. That came out of that big home. And this came out of that big home I was talking about. Look at the gargoyles on the feet. Did not sell this last auction. Do not know why. This is really nice with the leather top. Again, we're on a hand-knotted rug. And by the way, I'm supposed to pick up, next auction for you rug people, 18 hand-knotted vintage rugs. And I'm picking them up from the cleaner. He specializes in Oriental rugs. He praises, he cleans them. And check this out. They paid $14,000 to have them cleaned. Here we go. This is just some caricature sketches, inkings, if you like this sort of thing. These are vintage. If you, especially you do chocolate, you got all you make the molds, vintage molds. This one's more common. This one is not. And this one's even hard to find, but they're still out there, but not too many. I haven't had any of those in years. Little scale. All right, let me move a little bit further. Of course, we got some lithos. That's the artist proof litho right there. Little footstool. Okay, lady in retirement went to med. This is hooker furniture in the Tommy Bahama style, king size. I got this one nightstand, and here's a Saks vintage, Saks Fifth Avenue clock, and as you can see, it's running. Very nice. If you like little vintage decorative things in the bedroom, this came out of Adventure, and these lamps, very heavy brass. These are vintage lamps, so they're a little heavy. Got me a little cat plate. I believe that's Lamos or Austrian. Anyway, this is Indian work, all hand done. I forget who makes this, this scarf, this sequin scarf. We got a World War II military jacket, and what they're laying on is a Sealy queen bed, adjustable. As you can see, we have the top up. I guess you can see it. It only lifts the top, doesn't lift the base. Sealy works. This is very nice. Artists, here you go. This is a enamel on copper. It's a copper plate, and they did this painting on enamel, and that's the artist. You like blue and white? This is a vintage lamp. This duck looks porcelain. It's not. It's hand-painted wood. This is a champion. Right there, the champion duck man that does ducks. We got a couple dual cams here. If brand new in the box, we had to get those. Italian, this is an Italian artist again, designer, makes exquisite furniture from Italy. Look at this door and that lug. That's his symbol in there, logo, whatever you want to call it, and nice piece. Let me move along. Got these two pieces, old French Majolica, but the handle was broke. I couldn't throw it away because of what it is. And this is just a picture frame I picked up, so I put the two together, odd pieces. This is like Chinese in the shadow boxes. Clown, there's a vintage piece. That's rosewood, all carved rosewood piece. It's got the dragon on the bottom. Another heavy vintage brass lamp. Another litho. Oh, excuse me, that's a painting, oil painting. Okay, we got a drum end table, new rug, Chase lounge. This is oh God, can't even think of their name. Yeah, kitty, Steiff, German, Steiff kitty. In the cases here, let me open this up so we can see a little better. All the dishes on the bottom, one number. These plates. Okay, we got crystal, we got more. Ask her to be quiet, you. Okay, these are beam, B-O-E-H-M, beam. I got 3 beams. This is a vintage picture here with the gold wrap around. This is Dom, that's Swarovski, little bit of everything. Let's go to the other cabinet, a lot of crystal. We got Wedgwood. That looks like a J. Strongwater, but it's not. But it sure, when I saw it, I was thinking it would be. Look at these nice glasses, the cut on these. We only have 5. I think this is Val Saint Lambert. There's some more cordials. That's Monkeys by Waterford. Lace, Wedgwood. We got the blue, got the green, we got the black, green, blue. Some Asian multicolor. Of course, we have the regulars, the B&G and Brottoe. Got a little table. Got some dishes down there. You know we don't sell wine on the internet, of course not. Flatware. Oh, if you want new flatware, I got 5 boxes, brand new. You might check that out. This is an assortment of silver plate. I mainly took it to help the consignor, but I love this footed bowl. It's very ornate. Some vintage stuff. This bookcase, by the way. Over here we got a small table. We got 2 brass light sconces. Those are older sconces. We got a stack of Sotheby books, stack of Christie books. Here's a nice hand-painted table here. It's got a little age to it. Figurines. These came out of Aventura. We pulled these out of the, this was in the dining room. I'll show you the foyer in just a minute. There's another painting on enamel. This is hand-knotted rug. You got 2 oversized chairs. You got the vintage table. That looks like Lennox. This is all marble. Nice marble pedestal. And of course, these are sculptures, and we documented, I think most all of them, who they are, what they're made of, soapstone mainly. Nice, heavy, again, this lady had a lot of old brass lamps. If you read the paperwork on this sofa, this is a down sofa. Amy It goes back to when she's married to George O'Neill, who is the grandson of Rockefeller, and was in Vanity Fair, and that was the sofa right there. She loved animals, so that's why she did the animal print. Now, this particular style sofa I've sold before in the past. It was mahogany, and you could see through here. But when they upholstered, they put the material behind it, which really looks good. Kind of like that. But if you want something of the Rockefellers' descendants, that would be it. We got some more sculptures, and these are paintings on probably ivory, and I forget what these are on, but those are etchings and painting on ivory. And over here is a onyx table. It's on a steel frame. I'll show you in a minute. Let me go back over. I'm skipping something. This came out of the big home in Boca Raton. Very nice, heavy, nice woodwork. These are kind of brand new. I just took them because they're brand new in the box and been there. Same thing with the Ferrari thing. I think there's a t-shirt, cologne, and something else in there. There's another box we're gonna sell. Nice safe, like new condition. Let's see if somebody locked it. No. But we got paperwork, key, combination. If you need a small safe, you can bolt it to the floor. Nice mirrored dresser, chest, end table, nightstand, whatever you want to use it for. Another heavy brass lamp. Nice light new Bernhardt leather sofa, low settee. I don't think she ever sat in it. Poor lady was in the wheelchair when I saw her, and they said they spends most of her days, and so she didn't use her furniture. I think it's gotten more use here than there. There's the metal work underneath the table. Let me move these pillows. They go on the sofa. This is the Onyx table. This is like a European vintage table. I would say that's probably 1930s maybe. This leaf goes underneath here. I'll show you. I pulled that one out, but it's got a little handle, and the leaves come out and then drops even. And then when you put it back, you lift it up. Just push it back. Got a little bit of costume jewelry. You can't see in the plastic, so I'm going to show you this though. There's a fob, watch holder. This is a pair of vintage folding glasses. This is sterling silver hairpin. This is nice. This piece here is a vintage piece. It's marked on the bottom, .999. This is really neat. She told me this used to have lettering on it. It's a notepad. That's over the years just wore off, and the different pieces on it. And this one's a scent. The scent. See the scent bottle in there. The only thing that's missing one piece right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. It had one more, and that latched onto your waist belt. That's how that works. Okay, let me see a little bit more. What do we have? I got a demi-lune, half-round mahogany table. Very nice. Jewelry box. I love this jewelry box. This opens up. This opens up. You got earrings. You slide this out, and you can hook your different earrings on it. Okay, you got these 2 ring trays. That's a ring tray. That's a ring tray. Then you have this for bracelets or whatever. And then you got one more down there. So you got quite a bit there. We got a nice little print. Good subject. We got a Victorian manicure set, and also in it I put this little vintage travel razor set. Got flatware. There's a new 21-piece wine set. It's got all kind of stuff, a Cuisinart, binoculars. This is folk art, that's hand-painted board. That's an I-cart, that's a print. Floor lamp, brass. Let's go in the other room. We got a little mirror over a dresser. Okay. Not a dresser, but a little side table, a little corner side table. Another brass lamp. Okay, she has a guest bedroom out of Aventura, a guest bedroom. She said, now I bought 2 new mattresses, not the box springs, the mattresses. One of them is brand new, never slept on. The other one's brand new. She said, I only had a guest 3 times. So, you know, nobody visits old people. So I was going to sell the bedroom set. That's the 2 headboards, nightstand, mirror, and this dresser as 1 number. The mattress I was going to sell, box spring mattress, and the rails are sitting on as 1 number. But I've had several people said they needed 1 mattress. So I am going to split them up. You can buy 1. And I don't know which one. I mixed them up. I had never been slept on. But God, they're like brand new, and they're Sealy, Beauty Rest, I'm sorry. Very comfortable. These are from the last, they came out of that big home in Boca. I don't know why they didn't sell. These are very expensive new, but there's 4 of those. We didn't sell this vintage bronze mirror. That's bronze, back from the 60s. Here's a gold frame mirror, again, a vintage piece, looks like 1960s. This is a litho. Let me go around here. Oh, I got a little office chair. That's not real leather, so. Nice little end of the bed bench. This is a knockoff, St. Laurent, I believe, but it's a knockoff if you want to buy it. This is a queen size iron bed. They've done the shabby chic look to it. And that's, you see the supports. And instead of having the old ones that slid down and they lock tight, you get these bolts, so they're easier to deal with. These are like folk art up here, these plates. And it tells you on the back who did the work. Those are hand done. There's another one of those enamel on copper plate. I got 2 really good looking prints. I wish they were oils, but they're not. But subject I thought was real good. And detail on these prints, I had to look at them with a magnifying glass to make sure they weren't real. But there are prints. There's a watercolor vintage deco type. Another poster. Here's an antique table with the washstand top. This is a marriage. And this piece here I was going to glue. I just didn't get around to it. It knocked loose. It was loose. We didn't knock it loose. And it just came loose. That's all it needs. But the washstand top is in pristine. They're usually chipped or something. This one is not. So if you like it is, keep it. Or if you got a table, you love to have a great washstand, that's good. Okay, the gentleman retired. He was a known contractor. Retired. This is what he used to print out his blueprints. Now, if you look online, I did a search and said, what can this printer do other than blueprints? It does banners, posters. It can print on paper, canvas. It's about a $2,500 machine, and we're only asking $250 opening bid. Here's another little ocean scene. That's a litho. Again, it talks about who it is. Oh, I didn't show you that little lamp. I thought that little lamp was cute over there, if you like decorative things. Now, people have also asked me, I noticed your business for sale. Well, if you read it, I said I would like to find a buyer. I'd like to sell it before I die. But I do agree to work with someone, and today you don't have to know what it took me years and years to learn. I've been in the appraisal business about 40 years, in the antique business 30 plus, excuse me. You don't have to be an appraiser. AI does everything for you. Now, I will say this, you got to know a little bit, because you can't always believe AI. You got to go back and question them. I catch them many times giving me info, and you have to correct them. But I am interested in selling. I will work with whoever wants to buy it. I'll show you how to do it. And I am referred to estates now by AI. I am referred to estates by Facebook. So you can use my name for 3 years, and then you can merge it into your business, or you start a new business. But I can show you, we started our own contracts. I built my own web page. I know how to get on the first page. I can show you everything. But think about it. It's getting harder for me making these drives. But anyway, enjoy this auction, and when I go back, I am so busy. We'll probably have another auction in about 4 weeks. Have a great day. Enjoy.